All right. Welcome again, everybody. Getting ready to kick off another edition of Wadsworth Bowling here at the Colony. Teams finishing up their final preparation. And we'll get this match underway. We've got a full house here today. JV and varsity in action.
1, 2, 3, Grizzlies! One, two, three, dogs!
Wadsworth still undefeated here, 10-1 in the 10-0 in the conference. Cody Barrett starts him off with a strike on lane 4. Got JV in action on 1 and 2, varsity 3, 4, 5 for the boys. Girls varsity 6, 7, 8, and JV 9 and 10. Kind of flying solo by myself today. John is out. Thor not bowling today. He's off at a band concert. So, might be a little quieter on the commentary end, but otherwise should be a good match. Say we had a full house here today. Senior day for the Grizzlies. Graduating off 5 seniors. Got a couple more matches here at home. I believe 2 more on the schedule. Nordonia next week. And then Worcester, a non-conference match, I believe, to finish out the season. Wadsworth looking to stay undefeated here. Try to lock up a conference championship. Been a really good year for these guys. That one loss non-conference against Worcester away. They're going to come here to the Colony middle of February and finish off the season again, like we said. Hopefully Wadsworth can get a little redemption there. Got Hayden Mulmaster stepping up on lane 4 for his first shot of the match. Caden Sponsler covers the 4-pin on lane 5 for Wadsworth. Ball comes up a little bit light. Hayden leaves the 3-6. Aubrey Masuda, lane 6, she wheels her first shot, leaves a 10-pin.
3-6 on 4.
All right, back in the booth after a little bit of cardio, as John would call it. Just starting our third frame here. This will be a pretty close match to start. Definitely early to call. Match will move a little bit slower today with a full house. A couple extra kids on each pair. Good shot there on lane 4 by the visiting team. Looks like quite a few two-handers from the visitors today. See how that affects lane play. A lot higher rev rate. Move the oil around and change things up a little bit. Cassidy Myers wheels and deals on lane 7. She crosses over for a strike. Good start for Cass. Spare strike to start the match. Cody Barrett covers his spare.
You know what it was, Chris? 128. Are you okay?
Machine's being a little finicky today, but hopefully that works itself out. Cody Bear with another spare on lane 3. Aubrey Masuda looking to convert her split. She is unable to do that, leaves the 7 pin. 34 in the third for Aubrey. Stow catches a break there on lane 4, able to strike. Alex Espy stepping up on lane 3. He's working on a 3-bagger, looking for 4 in a row. Leaves a 7-pin. See if Alex can convert that for us. Just off to the left of the frame. Better look at him there. Again, Alex stepping up on the approach here, looking to convert this 7-pin. Try to stay clean through 4. Looks pretty good from here. He's able to convert. 79 in the third for Alex. Good start for him. For the most part, it looks like the boys able to keep things clean for now. 3 and 4, they've got 1 open frame. 4 bowlers, 1 open frame through 4 frames so far. Colin O'Connor, one of our seniors, he's up on lane 3 now. He wheels and deals his first shot. Looks good. 4-pin. Caden Sponsler stepping up on lane 6. 30 in the second for him with a strike in the third. Working on the 4th frame here, looking for a double. Another one of our seniors this year. There's a no-doubter by Caden. And Colin cleans up the 4-pin. Good start for Colin. He's cleaned through 4 frames as well. Cade Molmaster picks up a strike on lane 3. He's looking at a Dutch 200. Spare strike through 4 frames. For those of you not familiar with a Dutch 200, that would be spare strike for the entire game. You will shoot 200 exactly. Hayden's working on that right now. Kind of get a look at Amelia Lutz over there, lane 7. She's stepping up for her 4th frame. A little bit of a shaky start for her. She's got 3 opens through 3. Let's see what she can do here. 7 count for Amelia. Should be a pretty routine spare for her. See if she can convert for her first spare of the game. Alex, lane 4, puts 10 in the pit. He's back on the strike train. Stow able to break up the split there on lane 3. Just looking at the 6-8 split, able to get the 6 to fall late. Colin O'Connor again trips the 4 there. Amelia makes her spare on lane 3. Caden Sponsler puts 10 back. He's on 3 in a row there. Looks like he's got a pretty good look. Aubrey Masuda gets the hit on the 7, just not quite enough. She'll grab her spare ball and clean that up. 4 pin for I'm sorry, not CC, that's Cass. Cassidy Myers leaves the 4 pin on 7. Hayden Molemaster, a rare 2 pin for Hayden on 4. Still got that Dutch 200 look going. See if he can make this spare here and keep it alive. Ooh, tough break for Aubrey. She just hooks in front of the 7 pin. Open frame for Aubrey. 62 in the 5th for Aubrey. A little bit of a slow start, but she should be able to turn it around here. Seeing her put together some good games for us, for the girls. Cody Barrett, wheels and deals, leaves a 4 pin on lane 3. Tough split there for Stow. 2-4-10 on lane 4. Ooh, Cody Barrett just misses to the right on the 4 pin. His second open of the game, 93 in the 6th for Cody. Alex Espy able to get the 7 to go late. Didn't look like it wanted to, but he was able to get it to go. Alex looking at a double, 99 in the 4th for Alex. Colin O'Connor stepping up on 3. He's also, he was working on a Dutch 200, but he had back-to-back spares there in the 3rd and 4th frame. Colin can clean up this 7 pin for us. Shouldn't be any problem. He's able to convert. Stays clean through 6, 99 in the 5th, spare in the 6th for Colin. Aubrey looking to pick up the 2-7-8. She does. Hopefully she can get something going after that. 4th. Hayden misses to the left, washes out. 1-3-6-7. No more Dutch 200 for Hayden. That's back-to-back spares if he can convert this here. Statistically, this is not a split. Anything with the head pin involved wouldn't be a split. So, see what he's got. Goes after the 3, gets the count. Not sure if Hayden was trying to make it or just going for count there. Either way, he leaves the 7. 105 for Hayden in the 6th. Tough break for Cody on 4 there. He misses his spares. That's back-to-back opens for Cody. See Mason down there and Nate chatting a little bit. Not sure if they're talking about what they're seeing on the lanes, trying to develop a plan when they get called up. They're kind of didn't start the match, sitting out to start the match, but I'm sure they'll get some lane time here as things progress through the afternoon. Tough break on the bucket there on lane 5 for Stow. Leaves the 4-8. Alex Espy covers his spare. He stays clean through 7. Definitely a good start for Alex today. 146 in the 6th, but that spare in the 7th there. Addie Martin stepping up on lane 7. Looking at back-to-back opens, trying to change that. She leaves a 7 pin, 73 in the 5th. Caden gets the 4 pin to wiggle, but it won't fall. Should be a pretty easy spare for him to cover. O'Connor looking at the 1-3-8-9, leaves the 8. 124 in the 7th with that open. Good cover there by Caden. Addie stepping up on 7, convert her 7 pin here. Just misses to the right. 3 opens in a row now for Addie. Aubrey wheels and deals on 6. Looks good. She was able to get the 10 pin to fall. Looks like she made a ball change there. Hayden covers his 8 pin. Amelia, she deals a strike, lane 7. Got 3 marks in a row. After a little bit of a slow start, looks like she's turned things around a little bit. Cassidy Myers stepping up on lane 7 as well. Looking to add another strike to the one on the board. Looks pretty good. And it's 10 in the pit. Look at Alex Espy there on the left side of our screen. He's stepping up on 3. Looking to stay clean here through 8. He's got a spare in the 7th. He deals. Looks good. Alex puts 10 back. Aubrey deals another strike on lane 5. Looks like she's found the on button. That's a double for Aubrey. Hayden sponsor deals 2-4 for Hayden. Hayden stepping up on lane 3, gives it a run, puts 10 back. 125 in the 7th for Hayden, strike there in the 8th. Cody just high. Just see off to the left side of the screen there, Ian Dave Duke on lane 2. Just left the 4-7. Starting off on JV today. Like I said, they swapped a few kids around with it being senior night. Try to get some lane time in for everybody on varsity. Ian covers his spare. That pair will be moving a little bit slower today with 10 players on that pair. Same with the girls. Varsity will likely get 1 singles game, possibly 4 Bakers. See how coach decides to run that down there. Cassidy Myers stepping up on lane 8. You can see lane 8 off to the right there. Can't see her. She's on the approach now. She's looking for 3 in a row. Looks good. She puts 10 back. That's 3 in a row for Cass. Cassidy's looking pretty strong here in this first game. She's got 5 strikes through 7 frames. '89 in the 4th for Cass with a turkey working. Tough break there for CC Craig. She goes through the face, leaves a split. 4-6-7. Colin O'Connor. This is the 10 pin just to the left there on lane 4. 140 in the 9th for Colin. Not a bad game. A couple late opens here. If he can turn that around for the 10th. Shoot 170 if he can find some marks here in the 10th frame. Ooh, Hayden gets an unlikely break there on the 4 pin. It's the messenger to come across. That ball was right out of his hand, high in the pocket, but still able to carry that 4 pin somehow. Cody Barrett able to spare his first shot there in the 10th. If he can get a strike here, he's looking at 136 to finish out this game. Cody gets it. Late fall on the 7-pin, 136 for Cody. Addie Martin looking at what we would call double wood. She's able to convert the 3-9. She had the sleeper on the 3-pin. Alex Espy coming off an open, able to find the pocket for another strike there in the 10th. See if he can get 2 more for us. .224 if Alex can double up here. And just like that, Amelia Lutz 3 in a row on lane 7. Aubrey finds the pocket on 5. She's able to strike there in the first ball of the 10th. Tough break on the 10th pin there for Alex. 214 if he covers this spare here for us. Good game for Alex. Caden Sponsler stepping up for his 10th frame. Looks good. Ball labors just a little bit. 2-4. Cassidy picks up her 4-pin. Got a 5-pin on 3. See some hands up down there. Coach has his hand up. He's looking for one of those root beers. Aubrey covers her 10-pin. 159 for Aubrey. Game 1. Colin looking for the 5-pin. Caden crosses over, gets 5. Not the best fill ball, but good place for it, I'd say. 199 for Caden. Colin O'Connor makes his spare. He's got the fill ball here. Shoot 160 with a strike. Final ball of the 10th. Nice spare there on the split for Stow on 7. Colin puts 10 back. 160. Good game for Colin. Tough break there for Addie. She misses another 10-pin. 119 in the 9th for Addie. covers his spare. If he can strike here, he'll finish up with a 193. Amelia Lutz looking for 4 in a row, lane 8. She deals. Just misses the head pin right. Leaves the 1-2. Hayden makes the ball change. Leaves a 4-pin, 192 for Hayden. Not a bad start. 1 open there for Hayden. Things get finished up here and scores get written down. We'll get you caught up on the scores for game 1. Girls just heading into their 10th frame of the first game. We are in singles competition right now. It's 2 games of singles followed by 3 games of Baker. With as many kids as we have on the end pairs for JV, that may differ a little bit. They may only get 1 game of singles, but I would expect a couple extra games of Baker, maybe 4 or 5. See what coach decides to do with them. CC looking to clean up her spare. She does. 112 in the 9th, spare there in the 10th for her. Possible 132 if she strikes out here. Cody Barrett fires the first ball the second game. He gets 3. 3 on 3. CC deals her final ball of the 10th. 7 count. 129 for CC. Martin stepping up for her 10th frame, it looks like, lane 7. Almost a 7-10 on 4 there for Stow, able to get the 10-pin to fall late. Alex Espy, he's got the look. Puts 10 back for the first ball of this game. Solid start for Alex. See what's going on here. Addie taking her time. Looks like she's getting herself ready to go. see her stepping up on the approach there, just off to the right. She lets it go. Comes back high. Leaves the split. Tough break for Addie. Ball's just seeing a bit too much friction. Too late. Colin O'Connor looking to pick up his spare. He does. Good start for Colin. Hayden back with the focus. 6 count. Looks like he's going to need to move himself a little bit left. Ball's seeing the lane just a bit too quick. Tough break on the spare there. He leaves the 8-pin. Looks like Hayden's having a discussion with Coach Chris over there. Not sure what they're talking about, but I'm assuming it has something to do with an adjustment that he needs to make. Not sure what they're seeing. If you're wondering why we haven't started up on 5 and 6 yet, we do have a couple girls bowling on that pair. Girls on 7 and 8 haven't quite finished yet, so we don't want to start a new game on 5 and 6 until 7 and 8 have finished. So it's kind of holding up the boys and the girls there on 5 and 6. We are in the 10th. We've got 2 more bowlers to go on 7 for Wadsworth. Addie's looking to clean up this split. She's not able to do that. She misses to the left. .128 for Addie. Amelia stepping up, lane 7. She fires it down there. She's able to put 10 in the pit. .178 if she can do that 2 more times for us. Able to get her ball to turn the corner there. She leaves a 7 count. The bucketless bucket, as John would call it. 2-4-5. 168 with a spare here for Amelia. Still a good game. start she had. We were take a 160. Three opens right off the rip for her, but able to really put some spares and strikes together. One late open there in the ninth, otherwise marks the rest of the way, 168. For Amelia. And Cass stepping up for her 10th frame as well. Lane 7. She's looking at 187 in the 8th. Spare in the 9th. It's there. 207 in the 9th for Cass. Kind of watch Cassidy develop through our youth program and now Bowling High School. She's really come a long way, that's for sure. I think just even really over the summer and then into this year, she's really kind of figured things out. Say that. She goes a little bit high. The 3, 9, 10, definitely an makeable spare. A couple different ways you can make this. As a right-hander, you probably want to put the ball between the 3 and the 10. Want to hook it a little bit in. Ooh, she gets the back two. That's all right. Shoots 228. And that'll definitely help the team out. And with that, game 1 is done. We're going to move into game 2. Coach is bringing us some scores and get the rundown and see where we stand after one game. We'll start with the girls. We've got Cece 129, Addie 126, Amelia 168, Cass 226, and Aubrey Masuda 159. Girls shoot 808. For Stow, Aaliyah 131, Olivia 146, Nina 109, Olivia 140, and Isabella 113. Stow shoots 639. For the boys, Wadsworth, we've got Cody Barrett with a 136, Colin O'Connor 160, Caden Sponsler 199, Hayden Mulmaster 192, Alex Espy 214. Wadsworth boys shoot 901. And for Stow, we've got Trent with a 148, Ethan 185, Dylan 146, Michael 178, and Landon 142. Stow shoots 799. So a pretty good 102-pin lead there for Wadsworth heading into game 2. So we like to see here at home, definitely defending their turf, try to keep that perfect season alive in the conference play.
Varsity girls, Stow 639, Wadsworth 808. For the boys, Stow 799, Wadsworth 901.
We're moving along to game 2. We're 2 frames in, 3 and 4. 5 and 6 just starting off for us. They're just starting their second frame. A little bit of a rough start there for Hayden. He goes open to start off this game. Looked like a ball change there. Throwing the Optimum Idol. Alex Espy on the approach now, looking for a strike here in the third. Wraps a 10, I'm sorry, a 7-pin. Strike, spare, and looking for another spare here for Alex to start off game 2. Tough miss on the 7 for Alex. He's going to leave the third frame open. Cece Craig deals her first shot of game 2. I'm sorry, that is Amelia Lutz, not Cece. She strikes. Aubrey doubles up game 2 there on lane 6. Good start for her. Good looking shot by Cass there on lane 7. Picking up right where she left off in the first game. Caden Sponsler stepping up on lane 5. He's got a spare in the first, looking for a strike here. Looks good. It's 10 in the pit. Another ball change for Hayden. Looks like he's going to the purple urethane. Just fires it hard up 5. Gets him to fall. Cece Craig looking to pick up her spare on lane 8, just misses to the right. Tough break for Cece. Just so many ways to miss that spare on lane 3 if you were looking over there. This is the 3, 6, 9, 10. We've talked about that a lot. That back pin just makes that spare so difficult. There's so many ways to chop it. Saw one of them there. Alex Espy covers his spare. Tough break for Caden, got a little in on that shot. Leaves a big split. 3, 6, 7, 10. Definitely makeable. See how he goes at it here. Looks like he may try to go a little straighter at it. Ideally, you'd probably want to stand left and kind of throw the ball to the right. He's going to go straight, looks for a bounce, doesn't get it. Leaves the 7-pin. looking at the bucket on lane 4. Aubrey covers her 10 pin on 5. She's clean through 3. Colin picks up his spare. Hayden able to double up with the urethane. Cody Barrett looking for a spare here on lane 3. Leaves the 7. Tough start to this game for Cody. 5 frames in, no marks for him. Looking to turn that around here. A couple of teammates down there talking to him. Try to help get him lined back up. Deals. Gets the hit on the 6, just not enough to knock it over. 9 count for Alex. Alex able to cover up his spare. 67 in the 4th. Alex. Caden put it where it needed to be. Leaves a 9 pin. Look on his face, I'd say he wanted that one. Should have got it, rightfully so. See what Cody can do for us here on lane 4. Turn this thing around a little bit. 5 pin. Cody, a little different style than most of what you see here. He likes to throw it just straight and hard. Can make it a little more difficult to strike. Kind of want the ball to create a little bit of angle going into the pocket, but not to say you can't strike. So he should make his spare there. He does. Good spare for Cody. Amelia Lutz stepping up on lane 7. She's able to find the pocket for a strike. She stays clean through 3. Alex, strike on lane 4. Rare miss right there for Cass. She puts it in the gutter on a double. Don't want to do that. Hopefully she can clean things up for us here. Let's try to stay clean through 3 frames. Cass deals her spare, leaves a 10 pin. Aubrey stepping up on 5. Looking to stay clean through 5 with a make here on the 10 pin. She's able to do it. Much better start to this game for Aubrey. 5 frames, 5 marks. 89 in the 4th for her, spare in the 5th. Nice cover there by Cody. Lane 3.
9 and 10 to Bacon.
Until they followed me, they're like, where's he really going? My parents were like seriously being like, it's good.
All right, just got word from Coach. JV girls are going to Baker here after their first game of individual competition. The boys, they're staying in singles play, so JV boys have started their second game of singles. Varsity cruising right along here, 7 frames through game 2. After they finish up here, they will go to Baker's as well. Got some JV scores for us. For the boys, for Wadsworth, we've got Deegan 109, Colin 157, Anthony 129, and Ian 171, and a substitute of 107. JV boys shoot 673. For Stow, we've got Brendan 157, Joe 106, Aiden 116, Logan 137, and Alex 94. Stow shoots 610. 63 pin lead for JV boys after game 1. For the girls, Wadsworth, JV girls, Morgan 187, Piper 120, Emily 72, Ella 110, and Grace 149. JV girls shoot 638. And for Stow, we've got Cordelia 94, Sophia 74, Violet 70, Carly 66 and Grace 101. Stow girls shoot 405. So pretty good lead there for the JV girls here. Alex Espy, lane 4, is working on a double, looking for another one here. Looks pretty good. He gets it. Alex, picture of consistency today. We've talked about it in the past. These guys only graduating off 3 seniors on the boys' side, so definitely have a lot of talent hanging around for next season. A couple guys which we haven't seen bowl yet: Nate Wyan, Mason Freed. Looking at some of these guys who may not get some regular time on the varsity side. Finish off their senior season in style. Aiden Molemaster stepping up on lane 4. Looks like he's still firing the purple hammer down there. He's able to find the pocket for a strike.
Find a way to get score some tickets from somebody.
Caden Sponsler, rough way to go there. That looked pretty good. He leaves a 10 pin on 6. Tough break there. Lane 4 and 6. Caden missed the 10 pin. Stow absolutely flushed that shot on 4. Leaves a 9. A lot of times when that happens, the ball just so much energy going through the pins, it drives that 5 pin straight back. The ball should deflect off the 5 a little and take out the 9, but it doesn't. Kind of labels that 5 pin dead on and just drives it straight back. Ball doesn't catch the 9 as it goes by. So a good shot nevertheless. Unfortunate on the spare there, he missed it to the right. Another good shot by Alex. He leaves a 7 pin. Alex able to cover his spare. Another good game by Alex. One open through 8 frames. 166 in the 7th, I believe, is what he's looking at. Spare there in the 8th. Colin O'Connor working on a 4-bagger. He's up on lane 3. See if he can add one more to it. Looks pretty good. It's in there for 5 in a row. So don't look now, but it's like Wadsworth. You get one guy might struggle a little bit, and then another one just kind of steps right up, puts him on his back, and says, "Don't worry, I got this." Caden Sponsler, lane 5, 115 in the 7th, deals his 8th frame. Ooh, it's in a little. Gets the 4 out, leaves the 9. See if he can cover that up this time around. Tenth frame time. Cody Barrett, lane 4, looking at the 1-3. Makes his spare. Not quite the game he had the first game, but still can strike here for a 107. Quite a few more spares in that first game for Cody. See if he can finish it off here and for us. Just misses the head pin there to the right. 104. His final score for this game. Wadsworth pretty handedly in control of this match, though. So at this time, Amelia not able to convert her spare down there on lane 8. She's got 94 in the 6th. Cass is stepping up on the 8th as well. Stepping up on 8, I should say. She's got a double. Looking for another strike here in the 6th frame. That'll give her a turkey. She steps off. Not sure, something distracted her there, so she stepped off the approach. She's going to reset. Grabs her ball. Can't see her on the approach, but she deals. You should see it coming into the frame now on the right. She crosses over, gets the strike. That's 3 in a row for Cassidy. Alex Espy gets his first strike of the 10th. Looking for another one here. He's got 186 in the 9th. He can shoot 216 if he doubles up. Looks like we had a late game substitution on 5 and 6. Nate Wyand in the game. Coach might be getting him a couple frames here before we start Baker. I'm going to guess maybe he'll step in for Baker. Try to get him a couple frames. Get loosened up. And there it is, the 2-4-7-8 by Alex. Oh, and a tough break there on that spare. .205 the final score for Alex Espy. 419 for 2. Pretty good 2-game set there for him. Averaging just under, I should say, 210, I believe. I believe that's a 419 up there. So 209 average for 2 games. Definitely respectable by Alex. Colin O'Connor still striking. That's 6 in a row for Colin. Colin stepping up on 4, looking for number 7. Another good shot, see if it holds off. It does. That's 7 in a row. One more here will give him 266. Let's see if he can finish it off. Cassidy Myers looking for 4 in a row. She hangs the 10 pin on lane 7. 107 in the 5th. Spare here will give her 127 in the 6th. Colin talking it over with his team before he makes his final shot of the game. .426 for 2 if he can strike here. It's there. It is. Excellent game for Colin O'Connor. 266 for a 426 2-game series. 212 average for 2 games. Very respectable. Could be high on the pair. Let's see what Hayden does here. He puts back 10. And yes, 426 will be high on that pair. So congratulations, Colin O'Connor. Actually, Hayden just might nip him. We'll see what he does here. He needs this strike. If he can get this strike here, he can shoot a possible 428. Looks good. He gets it. That's 418. One more strike here gives him 428. Aubrey Masuda gets that one going a little bit too far to the right. She was on 5 in a row as well. Tough break for her. Definitely not what you're looking to do on a 5-bagger, but that's okay. Forget about that and move on. Try to make this spare here and make the most of the game. She can shoot 239 with a spare here. Not sure what happened there. Just looked like she got the ball going definitely away from her a little too quick. Oh, Hayden hangs the 7-pin. But he got him by 1. He just told him down there. 427 for Hayden, 426 for Colin. 2 very good games there. Or I should say 2 Two good 2-game series for both of those guys. Looks like Aubrey just kind of overcorrected on that one. Needed to be somewhere in between those two shots. The first one a little too far right. That one was just a bit inside. Never held pocket. 236. Otherwise, good game for her. She shoots looks like 385, possibly 395. A little hard to tell from here, but very respectable. Cassidy Myers, she strikes on lane 8. These guys are definitely putting strikes on the board today. That's good to see.
Well, I know who you are, so I would remember that.
You're good. All right, getting wrapped up here with singles. Getting ready to start Baker, 3 and 4. Girls just have about a frame to go. They're finishing up their 9th frame on 7 and 8, and they'll switch over to Baker as well. A couple pretty good games there we saw by Wadsworth again. Aiden Molmaster looks like 235. Colin O'Connor, 266. They were battling it out for the high 2-game series. Hayden won that one by 1. Cody Barrett, he shoots 240 for his 2-game series. And Alex Espy, 419. So Wadsworth, by the looks of those scores, definitely in control of this match going into Baker's. Once the girls get wrapped up, we'll get those scores, get you caught up, see where we stand after 2. 3 games of Baker should move pretty quickly on 3 and 4. And the girls, again, like I said, will be right behind them on 7 and 8. As soon as they finish up their 10th frame here of singles competition. Wadsworth starting Baker's off on the right lane today. Looks like maybe Mason Freed possibly going to be stepping in for Baker's. Amelia Lutz looking at a 4-pin over there on lane 8. Should be a relatively routine spare for her. She can shoot a 160. She can get the spare here and then strike in the fill ball. Still waiting on those guys to get going on 3 and 4. Making some last minute preparations. Not sure if they're waiting on the girls to finish. Get to hook a little bit. Oh, just missed. Thought she had that one. And here goes Cassidy Myers. Lane 8, double working. 147 in the 7th. She's got 1 open this game. That was back in the 3rd frame. Got that one in a little bit. It doesn't hold. It crosses over. Leaves only the 6-pin. Cass putting up a pretty good 2-game set. Oh, by the way, boys, she's high in the building for her 2-game set. Sitting at 430 right now. Spare here. And she covers. That gives her a 432. She can shoot a 442 with a strike. So not to be outdone by the boys, but Cassidy just put up the high 2-game set for singles. With 1 more ball to go, we're just going to wait to see how high it's going to be. little bit left as well. It crosses over, but gets the late hit on the 9. 442 for Cassidy Myers. Excellent, excellent 2-game set. She averages 221 for 2 games. So that's awesome for the girls and Cass. Definitely help them put a little bit of room, more room I should say, between them and Stow. I feel like Aubrey wishes she had that first game back. A little bit of a rough start for her. 395 for her 2-game set. Still respectable. Get some scores here from Coach. Oh, let's see. Varsity girls, CC 150, Amelia 149, Cassidy Myers 216, Aubrey 236, and Ashley 118. Wadsworth girls, varsity shoot 869. For Stow, we've got Aaliyah at 148, Olivia 119, Nina 124, Olivia 126, Isabella 104. Stow shoots a total of 621. Wadsworth commanding 1677 2-game score to Stow's 1260. So girls off to a huge lead there with 3 games of Baker to go.
7 and 8 is ready too.
All right, here we go. Baker underway. Cody Barrett starts him off with an 8 count. 2-5. Should be pretty easy for him. That's right down the middle where he likes to throw it. See what he can do.
Varsity boys. 983 for 1884. And Stow, 795, game 2 for a total of 1594. For the girls, Wadsworth girls, 869 game 2 to Stow 621. Wadsworth with a 2-game total of 1677. Stow 1260.
I'll write my code on there so it can't. Oh, yeah.
right, Baker underway. 4th frame. Caden Sponsler steps up 3-6. His first look at lane 4. Caden covers the spare. Cass able to get the girls back to striking. They go double open strike for their first 4 frames of the Baker game. They're off to the right there on 7 and 8. Colin O'Connor leaves a 10 pin. Tough break for Colin. He misses the 10. Mason Freed stepping in for 6th frame. Our first look at Mason today. Mason puts 10 in the pit. Boys getting into it a little bit there.
Hi, Scotty. I'm all the way back here. Good to see
you. Cody hard and straight. 7 count. 2-4-5. Good cover by Stow there on that split on lane 3. 54 in the 5th. Wadsworth looking at 72 in the 5th. Cody covers the spare. Amelia stepping up on lane 8. She's looking to give the girls a double. Just not able to get her ball to tip down lane. She leaves a 7 count. 2-4-5 for her as well. Messenger just a little bit late there on the 7 for Caden. Wasn't a bad shot. I think his ball's just seen a little bit of early friction. Cassidy crosses over, leaves the 1-3. Again, pretty easy spare for her. Ooh, Caden, rare miss on the 7 pin. So it's quite a different game, as you can see here when you're bowling Baker. 5 different guys. They only get 2 frames apiece. Saw some pretty good games there by them individually, but we put them together and things changed up a little bit for sure. 140 in the ninth for Wadsworth. Stow looking at 87 in the eighth with a strike there in the ninth, so not able to do anything really. Wadsworth not really doing much, but Stow not able to do anything to kind of catch up to them. Quite a few opens for them on the board. Wadsworth with some opens, just a few more spares than them. Colin makes the spare. 160 here if he can strike. For the girls, we've got Aubrey up on lane 8. 148 in the 8th, spare in the 9th. Aubrey gets the first one in the 10th. Pretty good shot there by Stow on lane 3. Leaves a 9. Aubrey gets a double, looking for one more here in the 10th to finish this first game out. 198 if she can strike out here. Things starting to thin out in the building a little bit. Both boys and girls handling and control of their matches. Just 2 games to go in Baker's. Said we had a pretty full house today. Senior day. A lot of pictures. And kids have a little party after they're done bowling here. They'll have a little get together, some snacks, and just kind of enjoy the day, enjoy the win. Looks like both teams are going to move up a little high. I say move up in the standings. The boys, they're leading it. They're going to stay undefeated in the conference, so that'll be good news for them. Girls also look like they're going to pick up the win here at home. All right, game 2 underway for the boys. They switch lanes. Wadsworth now on lane 3. They start the game off with a 9 spare. Bulldogs 8 spare. 7-10 split in the second. Mason deals his second frame, crosses over, leaves the 1-3-6. 197 for Wadsworth girls. Their first Baker game. Looks like the Stow Bulldogs, they're just made their first shot in the 10th. They're looking at 99 in the 9th. Possible 119 if she can spare here and strike. So no real threat to the Grizzlies at this point. Mason covers his spare. Boys stay clean through 2. Stow able to find the pocket for a strike there on lane 4. Nate Wyand in the game. His first shot of the match. 2-4-5. As we said, 119 for Stow girls. They finish off that first game. They're down quite a bit though in the match, so. Just try to get through the games here, make some good shots. Nate able to convert his spare. Wadsworth stays clean through 3 for the boys. Stow's got a 3-bagger on the board for the boys. Crossover there. 1-3-8-10. Colin O'Connor finds the pocket again. Caden stepping up on lane 3. Looking for the messenger hit, not able to get it. We'll be looking at a 10-pin here. Stow able to strike on lane 4. So they're putting together some frames, trying to steal back some pins from the boys. Unfortunately, I think they find themselves down pretty far in this match. Just don't think it's going to be enough. There's another one from them. So they're definitely not giving up. They're still making shots. Try to get some pins back from these guys. John and I have talked about that a lot. I think no matter where you find yourself in the match, you don't want to give up. Try to make good shots, figure things out. You know, these guys will bowl here again. Not this season, but next season. So you want to have an idea what the lanes are doing. Try to set yourself up a little bit better next time you come to town. They are hooking, that's for sure. Amelia, another 2-4-5. Mason goes high. 3, 6, 9, 10. Everybody's favorite spare. Tough break there. Subbed in Alex to make the spare and not able to take advantage of the lefty. As it looks, Stow's going to get some pins back here, but again, like we said, they're find themselves down a couple hundred, so 50 or 60 here. I don't think they'll get them close enough to really do anything. Nate looking for a strike on lane 3, leaves a bucket. He's kind of looking at his thumb. I know he's had some issues in the past couple weeks, week or two here. Either getting out of it too quick, not quite sure, but looks like he's still having a little bit of problems there. So he's looking at the bucket, 2, 4, 5, 8. Used to always say this was probably one of the harder spares in bowling. That place has been taken. You move that 5 pin over to the 7 spot, and for sure that's definitely, and another tough chop. For Wadsworth. 131 in the 8th. For Wadsworth, 2 frames to go. Stow finished up their second game. They shoot 185. Wadsworth can still pull off the game, and that's the way they got to do it. That first strike there, they need 3 more. They can shoot 191, but they need 3 strikes, at least 2 strikes, and good count to get there. Caden Sponsler stepping up on 3, looking for that first one. It's good. He gets the messenger. One more. One more, and they can steal the win away from Stow in this game. Girls' side of things, they're 6 frames through their second game. Close match down there. Stow's got 75 in the 6th. Wadsworth's looking at 73 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th. Wadsworth now looking at the 5 pin. They've got 2 opens through 6 frames. See what they can do with this 5 pin here on 7. Stow looking at a 9 pin on 8. Started off good. They started off with a double, but since 5 straight opens for Stow. Need the ball to hook a little bit, not able. Just misses the 5 pin. 101. 101 in the 7th for Wadsworth, 84 in the 7th for Stow. Still a small lead for the girls. 3 frames to go in this match. It's anybody's game. But Wadsworth handedly in control of the match. The boys finish up their second game, 188 for Wadsworth, 185 for Stow. So Wadsworth able to come back and sneak away that last win in that second game. We've got some JV boys scores, 2 individual games. We've got Colin Fitzgerald, 138, Dylan Fitzgerald 178, Anthony Kelly 127, and Ian Dave Duke 200, and a sub score of 137. JV boys shoot 780 and a 2-game team score of 1453. For Stow, we've got Brendan at 152, Aiden 134, Logan 148, Nate 122, and Alex at 96. Stow shoots 652 and a total 2-game score of 1262. They won't see any Baker action today, so that's a win for the JV Grizzlies here at home. Congratulations to them. They'll pack things up and look ahead to the next match. Got the last game firing off here on 3 and 4 for Varsity. Mason Freed starts them off with a spare. Stow looking at the baby split.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
All right, 1 frame to go for the girls in game 2. They're sitting at 117 in the 9th. Stow 98 in the 9th. Spare first ball in the 10th. Aubrey gets one out to the gutter. It comes back and strikes. Good shot for her. Not sure if she meant to get it that far right, but it definitely came back.
Just do that. Can you do that? I'll get a lot of. I have to bring on the hog. I can't bring on the
All right, Nate runs down the 9 pin. Aubrey able to double up here in the 10th. One more will give the girls a 147. Stow finishes off game 2 with a 115. So again, no real threat to the girls. One more game of Baker for them. Boys 3 frames into their final game. Ooh. Colin trying to throw it in the gutter. It recovered. Lucky to only leave the 2-5. Aubrey finishes off that game with a 9 count, 146. Their final score for game 2. So add 31 more to their total. Well on the way of winning this one, the girls are. They were up, I believe, by 400, maybe 5 going into Baker. So.
crushed it at.
We bring this far!
All right, Caden. He's able to strike. Let's see if he can get the boys going. Finish this last game off strong. Mason Freed stepping up on the approach for the 6th frame. A little bit high, leaves a 4-pin. Mason just hooks past the 4-pin. Rare miss for him. Cody Barrett able to strike. See if Nate Lyon stepping up here on 4 can follow that up with one of his own. Nate taking his time. He's on the approach now. Gets set. Ball just doesn't want to make the corner. Leaves a 2-pin. All right, we got a close game here. 10th frame. Stow down considerably in the match, but trying to win the game here. Close out this match on a good note. 149 in the 9th with that 7 count. Coach Chris clearing Deadwood, trying to keep it on the lane, but it found the gutter eventually. A spare here. Stow can shoot 169. Up to Caden. See if they can steal this one away. A strike will seal it up for them. Anything less than a strike here, we don't have to worry about that. He puts 10 in the pit. Just need good count here. And they should grab this final Baker game. 168 is the final score for Stow. Get these last two frames in here by Wadsworth and get some final scores. Wrap this thing up. Covers it up. 178 final score for Wadsworth. They're going to stay undefeated in conference play. Congratulations to them. 2 more matches here at home. That's going to wrap up their regular season.
I got one more to grab. Here, I got one more to grab.
Catch the rest of the girls' game here. They've got Wadsworth in the 6th frame. Stow finishing up their 8th frame right here. 89 in the 8th for Stow. Wadsworth looking at 51 in the 5th. Spare in the 6th. Wadsworth crosses over, leaves the 1-3-9.
Michelle, you want me to bring you a salad? Some dude from.
All right, final scores for varsity boys. For Wadsworth, Baker game 1, 158, game 2, 188, game 3, 178. Baker total 524. Team individual score 1884, total match score 2408. For Stow, Baker game 1, 126, Baker game 2, 185, and game 3, 168. They shoot a Baker total of 479. Individual team score 1594 and a total match score of 2073. So by 400, just over 470, just under 470 pins, Wadsworth's going to get the win here at home. They're going to move to 11-1 overall and 11-1 in the conference. So congratulations to them, keeping that undefeated conference record intact. And the girls, they're going to get the win too here. They're finishing up. Stow just wrapping up their 10th frame. They're going to shoot a 110. Wadsworth in the 9th frame. They're looking at 88 in the 7th. Strike in the 8th. Amelia, all too familiar with this spare. 2-4-5. Looking for the spare. She gets it. 108 in the 8th. for Wadsworth girls. 10th frame coming up. CC Craig 8 count. 3-9. As always, want to thank John Bernard, WCTV, for allowing us to put this on for you guys. You can catch all this action on WCTV locally or find them on the internet. You can check out their Facebook page for the links to the matches or watch WCTV.com. Possible 146 here for the varsity girls with a strike here in the fill ball. CC crossing over, it looks like. Able to get the strike. 146. Great way to finish off the match. Coach will get those scores recorded, brought to us, and we will wrap this thing up. Again, we want to thank everybody. Congratulations to both teams. Happy Senior Day.
Our girls beat their boys total.
For the girls, Baker game 1, 197. Baker game 2, 146. Baker game 3, 146. Total Baker score, 489. Total team individual score, 1677. Girls shoot a total match score of 2166. For Stow, we've got game 1 Baker of 119, game 2 115, game 3 110. Baker total 344 and individual team score of 1260. Stow shoots a total match score of 1604. So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here. John Bernard, WCTV. Thank you. Congratulations to Wadsworth on the win here at home, and we'll catch you here next week with Nordonia.
Girls are 10-0 and 11-0, by the way.